Okay. That's the bot. That's the push bot. That's the push bot. That's a tree. What's happening? You have no idea what's happening. It's stage 6. It's uncurable. Shoot what's in front of me, itis. But you're the tickle monster, bro. And now you have to reload. And these things matter in Tracer duels. Tracer. Stop! I'm gonna beat you. Shoot him. Oh my god. Tell us your story, Seb. Where you're from, your rank, your ASL. What you think your problem is, how long you've been playing. Rank Diamond 5. I'm a Tracer Genji main. I die too much. That is a problem on Tracer. The best Tracers in the world are ones that live. So first of all, chat, drip check. I'm gonna chat. I'm not a big fan of this skin, but I know you guys like it. So what do we think? I'm head coach. You're assistant coach. Let's get Seb out of Diamond. Let me take a look at their comp really fast. Let me see what we're working with here, okay? So you have Mercy, Lifeweaver, Cast, Tracer, Ball. Your comp is awful. So you're probably not going to have a lot of heals. You're probably going to play with packs a lot. Maybe you get Lifeweaver healed a little bit. But they also have a pretty weak comp, honestly. They have Cast, Tracer, Ball, Juno, Moira. A very easily diveable backline. I'm going to assume that you're going to try to follow up with your Ball. Their Cast probably isn't going to stay with their backline that much. I mean, a lot of players struggle with Cass on Tracer, so you can try to avoid him until you have a good opening for him. But I want you punishing cooldowns here. I want you, I want you fighting Moira. I want you fighting Juno. If you see the Moira uses Fade, punish Fade. If you see your backlines getting fucked in the ass constantly, you can fight their Tracer a little bit on off angles. Let's see what's happening. Let's lock in, chat. Okay. Already, I diagnosed you with a case of you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't really think you have an idea of what's going on right now, but let me keep looking. What are we shooting? What do we... Okay, so Seb, here's what I want you to do. Deep breath. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay? The problem with you right now, if this continues to happen, is that, in my opinion, you have a disease that a lot of Tracer players have, where you feel like you need to be doing everything so fast all at once. And it's convinced you this so hard that you find yourself shooting walls a lot. You say to yourself, oh fuck, I gotta make sure I'm doing something. I gotta make sure I'm active. I gotta make sure I'm doing things. So your brain fills that in by shooting the wall. I want you to look at this in 0.25 speed and look how dumb you look. I don't know if you have the slowest reaction time of all time, but the ball is no longer there. That's the bot. That's the push bot. Okay. That's the push bot. That's a tree. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You're all over the place. You're very panicky. And I want you to spend this time where you're trying to look for something to do. Shoot the wall, shoot the tree, shoot the bot, shoot this. Spend this time where you're so rushing to do something. To spend your time setting up. You know their team is high ground. You know where they're going to play. Why not spend some time, bro? Relax a little bit. Go this way. Take the steps. Find a better angle. Your biggest problem right now is I think that you're rushing to find value, but you need to take your time so that you can find a way to find value. Calm down, okay? So what do we... No. Tracer doesn't do damage that far. You gotta go closer. Don't waste all your blinks, though. Okay? Okay, so here's what I think so far is you don't really have an idea of how to play Overwatch at all. So I gotta ask you, Seb, from your mindset alone, what do you think you should be doing into their comp? Trying to distract their backline. Man, what the fuck is it with these low elo distractors, dude? I'm so tired of every VOD review I do wanting to distract people, man. It's always I'm distracting, I'm paranoing them, I'm making them nervous. Do you guys not want to kill people? You should wait for your team to take some space. Maybe your queen shouts. Maybe your queen takes a trade with the ball. And then look for a kill on the Juno or the Moira. I want you to look at the situation, right? You have no recall for 8 seconds, but you take this fight because you want to distract them. Realistically, how could you ever kill this Juno when you don't have the tools to kill her? You don't have recall, you don't have any blinks, so you're forced to recall early and or late, and then you're stuck with nothing. Slow down, take your time, dude, relax. Here's what I'll say is I always tell chat that you guys need to adapt to what's going on in the game. A big part of Overwatch is learning how to win, not just how to play. And a situation like this, you're completely out of sync. I don't hate what you're doing on the Juno. I like the idea of going for the Juno, but the problem is that you are the main attraction. You are the lion at the zoo. I always tell chat that when you are playing Tracer, you want to be the peacocks. Chat, have you ever gone to the zoo to see the fucking peacocks? No, right? You want to be the peacock. You don't want it to be like, oh, let's just shoot the Tracer. You never want to be the main attraction. Right now, it's very easy for you to be focused. It's a simple thing. Oh, the Tracer's here, let's shoot the Tracer. And you want to know why that is? Because they're not worrying about anything else. And yeah, you can blame your team for this because they're not fucking doing anything else. I get that. You can blame your team. But the hardest Tracers to deal with are the Tracers that feel like you can't focus them because they're synced up with their team so well. And I know chat has experienced this where their front line is pushing you, but their Tracer behind you. What do? Do we focus the Tracer or do we focus the front line? And then your team starts flaming each other. Like, bro, can we focus the Tracer? I can't. They're here. Most of them were looking at me and the team wasn't there, but I should have recognized that. Exactly. And in a situation like this is where I say that you need to adapt to what's happening in the game. This is where I say that when you notice this is happening and your team is not getting value or distracting or doing anything or pushing, this is the moment where you could just mark their Tracer. Make sure this Tracer isn't free. If your team isn't going in and it's really hard for you to pressure backline, then you could pressure their ball out or stop their dives. But like, look at this. It's so easy for them to look at you because they're not worried about anything. This is a simple decision. Shoot the Tracer, right? But you want their decisions to be hard. You want to be the mosquito buzzing in their ear. Also, brother, you need cooldowns to do things, man. That's okay. What was your out here, even if you kill this Juno? I think you're a very all-in Tracer where you either die or you recall. There's no in between. You could have taken a better angle there. You could have maybe just gone high ground. You could have shot him from up here. I want you to be a little more creative. You could have played over here so that the Tracer can't just go on you. The Juno can't just go on you. You can blink to the Mega afterwards. Open up more options for yourself in your playbook rather than recall. No, I mean, listen, Tracer is the hardest character in this game. And if you agree with me, suck my balls. She's the hardest. And that's why it comes with a lot, you know? You need more in your playbook rather than I'm going to go in, I'm either going to one clip or I'm going to recall, right? And when you do something like this, those are your only options, really, right? Going at a different angle would be better. Going up here, you can blink away. You have a closer angle. I want you to open up your mind to more possibilities. Rather, to be fair, I wasn't really thinking far ahead at the moment. Okay, then go play Brig. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Listen, here's the thing. I never feel empathy for players who say, yeah, but I wasn't thinking about it. Yeah, but this, yeah, but that. But you signed up to play Tracer. How do you know when to reset? How do you not know when to reset, bro? The fight's over. They're down 3. Okay, so here's something I want you to think about, Seb, is I want you to do a lot less of trying to get value out of just shooting things. Because to me, this right here, to me, this whole sequence right here seems to me like you don't know what to do, but you want to do something. So, you know, let me do 2 damage to that Moira. Let me do 3 damage to this ball. But here's what we should be doing. This time between fights is used to get the right angle that we want to take. So chat, let me ask you. Let me pull out the pen. Chat, where do you think in this next fight, where is their backline gonna be? Anywhere? Are they gonna be 1 inside, 2, 3? Where do you think? They're probably going to be anywhere. Their backline's probably going to play in either of these 3 spots, right? Now, that is what I mean by it's time to start setting up and thinking about where are they going to play. Seb, I got to ask you, you ever ask yourself, where is their backline going to be when the next fight starts? Not really. But then how do you know where to go then? I always say this, chat. You guys are lost because you have no destination. I just go off the info I'm given at the moment. So you play very reactionary. You are a reaction player. You don't play proactive. You don't think about what you're going to do. You only think about what they're going to do. Oh, they're doing this, so I'm doing this. Oh, they're doing that, so I'm doing this. You never think, I'm going to do this because I think they're going to do that, so I'll do this first, right? Okay, so here's what I mean by that. Okay, I would like for you in the middle of this fight, or the middle of in between this fight, to either set up here so you can go on backline, or set up over here so that you can go on backline easier. You never want to use all of your blinks to get to them. I try to sync up with my tank. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you're syncing up with your tank. It's about the angle you're taking it from. Because if you're syncing up with tank, that means you're playing tank. Are you going to play with your Junker Queen and triple blink into their backline? No, because then you're going to have no blinks to actually fight. You need to think about, what angle can I go from where I can save some blinks so I can actually fight? Let's see what happens here. Nice, you did 7 damage to the Moira. Good kill. Nice, okay, we're shooting the wall. And we're in, and we're gonna have to recall.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Honestly, I don't really hate what you did here. I just don't like, again, that you're the main attraction. I would much rather you have gone from this way. And been able to have a better angle. This isn't really... He's Diamond 5. You just dropping down on them like you're Winston almost. This is Winston gameplay. But a little bit better. A little bit better synced up. I think you did a pretty well timed with this tank. I'll give you that. But do you see how much better that was than the first fight? Because they had other things to worry about. I don't like the angle you took, but I love the timing that you did, right? Look at what's happening here. How could all 5 of them ever turn on you when your queen's shouting, your cast is peaking with damage boost? Right now, you are not the main attraction. You are the peacock. Like I said, it's very hard for them to focus you. Yeah, the Juno and cast are going to look at you because those are the ones you're shooting. But that's my point, is you were able to get away from this fight because you weren't the main attraction. There's other things going on. So going forward, I want you to think about this when you sync up your timing with your team. And sometimes they're not going to do that. But this was much better than the first fight. And good job. The cast wasn't able to look at their cast or your cast because he was worried about you. You know, you're doing a good job here. I think this is a good fight from you. I would rather you take the angle a little better, but overall, a good fight. Hey, now you have no recall. You have 63 HP. What are we doing here? Chill, chill. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Man, it's like, you said in your own words, you're trying to get value every chance you can get. That's not possible. That's not possible. It's okay to soft reset and then look for something. Heal, get your blinks back, and then do something. You don't need to look around and shoot things constantly. And I'm not saying I want you... Because the thing is you guys think that shooting everything and blinking everywhere actually means that you have more uptime, but you have less uptime because you're constantly dead or just shooting random shit. Okay, now we can do something. Force the Moira fade, chase the Moira. If you switch the Moira target, you're banned forever. Okay. Calm down, proper. You're not Kevster, okay? I don't know what's going on here. You don't... Okay. I gotta ask you, Seb. What are blink melee recalls for? Tell me. Tell me. What are they for? Because to me, you're doing it to look cool. You're being mercy pocketed with a brig next to you. There's no reason to go for this. Bro. You blink melee recall... Finishing the kill. No, 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 no. Yeah, blink melees are there for finishing a kill. But why would you... I was 1. You were 1? You were 1. So if you're not 1 HP, I get permission to ban you forever, right? But the thing is, you were being healed. And why can't you just blink away then? You're fine. I don't want you to get into this habit that every tracer has in low elo where you feel like you need to blink recall or blink melee recall because that's what you do. You're fine. You want to get into the habit that I think I reacted to the critical. I don't care. I want you to get into the habit that they need to force you to recall. You need to tell them, I'm not going to recall unless you make me recall. It shouldn't be like the Moira looks at you and you're like, ah! Yes, because then when you get to higher elo, what happens is they're going to pressure that. They're going to punish that. And it's a habit you have. I want them to make you recall. Okay? Come on, man. What the fuck are we doing, dude? This is embarrassing, brother. It's a 1v1 against a Juno. What do we... Okay, so here's what I think. I think you have Kevster syndrome, right? Where you are blinking everywhere. You're meleeing. You're recalling. But now you're not hitting anybody. Grab the mini and fight him again. Whatever. Okay, let's see what we have. Let's see what we have here. I like this. I like this. Shoot it. Chase him. Chase him. Brother, calm down. Calm down. Oh my god. You are making me anxious watching you. I mean, listen. It's like you're playing in 2x speed. Relax. You take your time, dude. You're trying to play so fast that you look slow. If you make the right decisions and you take your time and you have an idea of what you want to do, you will look faster. You probably watch a lot of streamers, a lot of pro players, and you see them playing so fast, right? But they're playing so fast because they know what they want to do, so they look smooth. But you're trying to play so fast that you're hitting your head on walls, you're shooting trees, you're shooting a bot. Just take your time more, you know? Just relax. It's okay. I like this angle. But let them walk past you. You don't want to announce to yourself like, "Hey, I'm Tracer, I'm going in." You wanna be the flanker, you know? You're stealthy. Nope. Hey, I'm Tracer, I'm going in. I guess it's fine. They were backing up anyways. Okay. I don't mind that blink melee. You were low. Gotta get better at learning the range of your melee though, or your blink, I mean. Jeez, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Seb plays Tracer like a really slow, fat moth. Like, you just flop around and get swatted out the air. No, Seb. See, the thing is this is why you haven't improved ever. Because you look at that like, oh, I missed my shots, right? But the problem with that is that you use 12 blinks just to get there, that you had no blinks to actually fight the Juno. Look at this. You have 0 blinks, and not only that, it's just you're calm down. You blink away from the Juno. Okay, let's see the Juno. So you want to be really close to the Juno, right? She's right there. Where do we go? Okay, we're trying to steal the mini. I like that idea. First of all, we missed it. And I guess it is bad timing, you know. Their Moira's there, their Cass is there. It's probably going to be rough for you to even kill the Juno, so you did miss. But I don't want you to use all 3 blinks just to get there. Your blinks are used to help you in the fight, not get to the fight. Sometimes you'll have to use 1 to get there. But the idea is that you take better angles, that you don't have to use all 3 blinks just to get there. Because how could you expect to dodge stuns and dodge sleeps when you have no blinks? You're just shooting things in front of you. Shoot what's in front of me, Itis. I got the Juno low, but nope, got the Juno low. Shoot the Moira. Okay, who's in front of me next? The wall. Spray the wall. Tracer in front of me. Shoot the Tracer. Shoot the ball. Shoot the wall. Shoot the ball. Shoot the wall. Ball. Who's next in front of me? Who's in front of me? Moira. Tracer. The bus. Cass. Breathe. Chop my Junker Queen. Shot my queen again. Shot the wall. We're not in the real war. Covering fire doesn't work. Stop! Bro! You just lost so much damage because you shot the wall. I want you to shoot at the red targets, okay? Shoot at the red targets. You lose this duel because you shoot at nothing here. He gets so much damage. Okay, let's look at what you do with your clip. And let's see what he does with his clip while you're reloading. Dude. And it's not like you have bad aim. You're just shooting at nothing. And now you have to reload. And these things matter in Tracer duels. Tracer. Stop! I'm gonna beat you. Shoot him. Oh my god. If you just blinked in and shot him, it would have been fine. Stop shooting the wall. You lose this fight because you shoot nothing. And it's not that your aim is bad. Right here, you have a blink. This right here, you have one blink, right? The pack is ready. All you gotta do, blink one bullet. One bullet. Let's look what you do. Who is there? There's no one there. Don't shoot nothing. I thought he was gonna peek. Why are we thinking about thoughts, bro? I don't know. I know you thought it. Do it. Go kill him. Shoot him. Hey, there is very rarely does you ever pre-fire in Overwatch. I don't. Just relax. He's 1 HP. I want to kill him. I have a blink. I'm 40 HP. I have an advantage. He has to shoot me a couple times. I shoot him once. Blink in. One bullet. Relax. Relax. You're so scared of losing this duel that you think I need to get shots on him pre-firing. Good job. Now that wasn't you didn't really shoot the ground a lot there. You didn't really shoot any invisible people. In that fight, you didn't shoot any invisible people and you got a good kill. Good job. Why? Why? Are you wearing this skin just to hear the sound? Ding! Look, chat, look at this. Look at this one clip melee. Look at this. Oh, we got him! Dude, that doesn't do shit. Tracer has a pretty low time to kill. You know, she does some burst damage, but the melee is there for the extra. Is it 30 HP now, chat? The 30 HP to instantly kill them, right? 30 HP. But meleeing doesn't do any damage. It's 40 damage. Meleeing doesn't do anything if you're gonna tickle them and then run away into a wall. Look at their HP. You're a tickle monster. And not only that, you're just trying to be too fast. Slow down, bro. Slow down. You can shoot their guy, force him to go low, and look for a melee, right? Don't just look for a melee because you saw a couple pro players doing it. Look for a melee because you know that the melee is gonna kill him. Your melee, you can melee often in fights if you feel like you need to get some damage off on them and finish the kill, or if you're in a tracer duel. But for the most part, melees are used a lot as an execute almost, right? You want to do a lot of damage, you want to melee the last 40 HP of them, and it's like an execute. Like, I know this melee is going to kill them. So, I'm diagnosing you with stage 5 shoot what is in front of me itis. It's uncurable. You're gonna die in 6 months. You don't really have a rhyme or a reason behind the things you shoot other than the fact that they are in front of you. That's it. He's full HP here. The pack's here. He can fight this guy, but no, we recall. Okay, now let's go out. Let's go 2 times speed and see everyone who's in front of him and look at what he's shooting at, right? Moira's Kiri's in front of me, shoot him for a little bit. Soldier's in front of me, I'm gonna look at him, and you even try to shoot him. Look, you try to flick at the soldier, shoot the soldier in front of me. Nope, he's not in front of me anymore, shoot the wall. What's in front of me next? Look for someone in front of me. Ball's in front of me, shoot the ball. But what are we really doing here? your queen shot the soldier, so why not shoot the soldier? Your Kaz on a good off angle, why not shoot the soldier? You know? Now we're shooting the mines because it's in front of us. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just reset now. We're down 2. Just reset. Just relax. I want you to have a reason that why you're doing things. And also, I want you to try to play Tracer at her effective range more. You find yourself taking damage a lot. Also, dude, what did we talk about? Angles, right? The goal is to get on the target that we want to go on without having to use all of my blinks, right? Look at your cast. Your cast goes this way, right? Imagine if we went this way, right? And we used no blinks on this Kiriko, and we can zip through the map without using any blink. But look what you do. Straight down middle. Now we have 1 blink. Well, this one blink is used to melee. Why even go this close? Now, because you're this close, you have no blinks, and you panic recall. So why did you recall there, Seb? Because you have no blinks left, right? But you have no blinks left because you blinked from fucking main. Your positioning, you don't want to have to use 30 blinks to get there. And like we talked about, I want you to have more in your playbook. I don't want you just saying, oh, I'm always going to recall. Here's your 2 options. You either go in, you one-clip them, or you recall. You need to look for angles. Also, not just angles. Also, Tracer does good damage from medium range. You don't constantly need to be up in their grill, bro. Like, you're trying to hump people, bro. You're not Genji. Force them to make you recall. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Seb, I'm gonna punch you in the f***ing head. Stop playing so close to him. Why? Why are you... Okay, look at your ammo. Look at your ammo. Look at your ammo. Your guns do more damage than your melee. Look at your ammo. Okay? 8 bullets. And then you miss the melee. Just shoot him. And you know the reason you're missing is because you're setting up this melee. You're missing so many bullets because you're not actually thinking about meleeing. That you're not thinking about aiming, you're thinking about meleeing. Your aim is so shit because all you think about is when am I gonna melee next? When am I gonna melee next? I need a melee right now. So all you're doing is looking for the melee. Like, calm the fuck down. And yeah, but you die with recall, but I don't care about you dying with recall. The problem is you did 7 damage to this guy, and the whole damage was the melees. Like, why are you just meleeing? Go play fucking, go play Black Panther in Marvel Rivals, dude. This isn't how you play Tracer. Play at medium range, shoot the Kiriko. If she turns on you, then you can blink behind her, shoot her again. If she's low, you melee, dude. There's no reason to go for a fucking random ass clip for no reason. Or melee, sorry. You're so right. I know. Okay, listen. Okay, I need you guys to remind yourself that you are not good. Go for easier things. Go for easier pulse bombs. Go for easier shots. You are not Kevster or Stalker. Triple blink, fade away, mid-range jump shot across the map. Like, yeah, he thinks he's MJ, bro. You're not. You're Sebariaxis. Go for an easier pulse bomb. Good kill. Why the fuck did you recall there? Force them to make you recall. Force them to make you recall. Look, your Briggs right there. She just gave you a pack. Your Briggs like, what the fuck was my pack for, dickhead? Why am I even giving you pack? You're gonna recall. Your Briggs just gave you donations and you threw them on the ground. Make them make you recall. Force it. Make them. Tell them, I'm not gonna recall unless your dumbass makes me. I'm gonna be 1 HP. I'm not recalling. We're shooting walls again. That's the tree. That's the wall. Ball's in front of me. Shoot the ball. Tree's in front of me. Shoot the tree. Tracer's in front of me. Good job. Are we? Nope. We're not gonna stay on the Tracer. Moira's in front of me. Shoot the Moira. Okay. Kiri's in front of me. Shoot the Kiri. Okay. Moira's in front of me. Shoot the Moira. No, Moira fades, but I'm gonna go shoot the Tracer in front of me. What's happening? You have no idea what's happening. It's stage 6. It's uncurable. Shoot what's in front of me, Itis. You forced a Moira fade. You got some damage on the Tracer. You did damage to the ball. You damage to this. But you're the tickle monster, bro. Chat, if you are in Diamond 5, stay safe. Seb, the Tracer player, is out there tickling people. Oh my god, he's running rampant. Be safe. Be safe. You can't get away from him. He's tickling everybody. Like look at this, dude. I don't get it. You do good damage to the Moira. She's low. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna shoot the Curie. Okay, now I don't know what I'm blinking away for. She wasn't really looking at me. Not really sure what's going on. Okay. Okay, Moira's really low. Also, she fades and you recall. Why? Is it because you thought the Curie was gonna headshot you? But bro, it's fucking Nesquik, bro. Fuck Nesquik, man. You're fine. You are recalling because you're just scared. So to their players, they can force your recall just by looking at you. Curie was in ult. I don't care what she was, bro. My point still stands though. We're just shooting random shit. Okay, we see our queen get a huge ult on Soldier and Moira. So chat, usually my brain says, oh shit, big ult, let's follow up. Nope. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna do this Tracer, which I don't hate it. You killed him. I just want you to play with more of an idea of what you want to do, man. You're like that's what I mean, bro. Is your aim is fine. Why couldn't you do that in this fight? If you just went for that clip right here, if you just took your time and went for that clip right here, you would have been fine. This is a good setup. You did good here. I like this. If you just went for a actual aiming clip here and you did a good job here, you would have been fine. My aim is so inconsistent. Okay. So, in your idea of a way to get better aim is by not shooting instead of meleeing every fucking game. You might just be an Iron Fist player, man. Go play fucking Marvel Rivals, dude. I don't care. Like, I don't get it. If your aim is so inconsistent, the best way to get better at aiming is by aiming. I don't get it. If your aim is so inconsistent, then aim more. Go play Iron Fist then. I hate MR. Then stop being a bitch. You would have been fine. Also, I'm going to say, chat, once you say to yourself, my aim is so inconsistent, then your aim's inconsistent. That's it. That's it. Your aim's inconsistent. Stop saying that to yourself. You're playing a video game in Diamond. You all suck. Just play the game. You'll be fine. And in my opinion, I can tell what's happening here. You are setting yourself up for a melee, and it's making you aim less, right? You purposely put your crosshair to the right so that you can flick left and melee, right? Look, ready? Crosshair to the right, flick left, melee. You're not actually thinking about aiming. You're thinking about meleeing. But then look what happens when you actually try to aim, bro. You don't look for a melee here. You don't look for any fucking dumbass melee here. Look, no melees at all. No melees at all here. Look. That's what pisses me off. Is I know you guys can do it. You just don't, because you're so in your head about this stuff, dude. You guys could do this. Listen. If you could do it once, you can replicate it. And I know you guys might think, but it's luck. It's not luck. You can replicate this. Bro, you saw the Tracer 1v1. Look at this fight. Look at this fight, right? Look at this fight where you shoot the wall for an hour, right? Look at this fight. Wall shooting. Wall shooting, right? And then look at literally the next fight after, right after. Look. No wall shooting. Literally 20 seconds after. Look. Yeah, sure, your aim's not great. Neither is his. You see what I'm saying? These are literally 10 seconds after each other. It's just, you're panicking. Slow your brain down. Relax. If you can do it once, you can do it again. You're panicking so hard. And yeah, you're gonna be inconsistent. Who fucking cares? Everybody in this chat sucks. It doesn't matter. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, Seb. You're gonna piss me off because that was literally art. You're gonna piss me off because that was fucking art. You just did everything I've been telling you to do this whole game. You didn't blink 3 times into their team. You were sneaky. You took a far left angle. You were getting ready. You were stalking. You're waiting. You didn't panic recall because he looked at you and went, ah! Right? You didn't panic. You made him force you to recall. You had good blinks, good aiming. You didn't really look for any melees here. That was a good melee. Good damage, good blinks. You see what I mean? You see the big difference between having your blinks in the fight rather than using your blinks to get to the fight? You are great at fighting when you have blinks, right? We notice this right now. This 1v1 is proof that you know how to play when you have blinks. You have great aim. You know what you're doing. You have good movement. You just need to calm down and do it more, and make sure that you position yourself to the point where you don't need to use 3 blinks to get to the fight, right? It's not that your aim is inconsistent, your brain is inconsistent. And look, no recall, no melee. Because why? Because we don't need to force me to recall, or I'm not fucking doing it. A little early, but whatever. Hi, aversions, I don't know. A little crazy here, And like I said, you don't need to constantly be going in. Reset. Right here, we got no blinks, we got nothing. Let's take a better angle. Let me go high ground, let me get a mega. Let me shoot down at them. Let me maybe just mark tracer, maybe mark their ball. Slow down. You don't always need to be going in. You guys have the lead. It's a 5v4. You have the advantage. All you need to do is play safe, equalize the game, slow down, look for a kill. You int. And you give them an advantage. And now it's a 4v4. Good VOD. Good VOD. You guys won. Overall, chat, give me a round of applause for Seb in chat. So here's what I want you to work on, Seb. We went through a lot of things, but here's the 2 things I really want you to work on, you know? And I hope what I'm saying makes sense to you. First of all, okay, I need you to just taking a breath, bro. You're very panicky. I mean, dude, we saw it from the first fight. And then just taking your time more, man. They're perfect examples. I don't want you shooting nothing. Look, you calm the fuck down. You didn't use 8 melees. You didn't use 8 blinks. And you did a good fucking job. I want you to try to look for this more. And now here's another thing I want you to talk about is pre-fight. I think you struggle a lot in fight because of what you're doing pre-fight, okay? You always have to triple blink in, recall. You know, all of your fights are initiated by triple blinks. All of them. Look at this. Straight from main, right into the back line. That's not how you play Tracer. This is not how you play Tracer. And look at what you look like when you actually have cooldowns. You look good. Like, those are clean 180s. That's clean aim. And then you have blinks to fight them. Like, this is a big difference. Like, yeah, no shit. You have a better advantage in these fights when you have more blinks. But it's not just have more blinks. It's because you're using your blinks to get there. I think it's because I know I have no resources, so I just panic. Exactly. But you have no resources because all of your fights are set up from just triple blinking. So I want you to try your best to set up before fight better on angles where you don't need to use 8 blinks just to get to them, you know? You want to use your blinks in the fight. And the way to do that is ask yourself, where's the fight going to take place? You know, where is this fight going to go? Where do I need to be to set up for the next fight? If their back line is playing over here, you can set up here or anywhere, honestly. It applies to all maps. If their back line, if you know that they're going to recontest and their back line is going to be over here, like this fight over here, you know they're going to recontest from their spawn, chat. Where the fuck does their back line go? Right over here. So take the 2 angles that you know can get on them. And you did it once. You went over here, right? So you can fight this cure without having to use 3 blinks. You can go over here. You can fight these guys without using 3 blinks. Set up before fight so you don't have to use 8 blinks to get to them. Overall, chat, give me a round of applause for Seb. I thought that was pretty good.